Yes. Good evening, one and all. That it does a twirl.
I got
it. A twirl. It's like more like a pirouette.
It is a pirouette because I got to hold the cable up.
But today it's me, Paul Drew, and who everyone comes to see anyway, Philip from 40 Watt Podcast.
Yeah, 40 Watt Phil, as I seem to be going by lately. I'll take it. Whatever.
And Vinny's going to join us later on. James is still on holiday, and as is tradition, we have to. James sends us a holiday picture every week, once a week. I think we don't any more than that. So the latest picture, here we go. There he is.
Man, that is a beautiful beach.
It's a beautiful beach. It's got a little bit of rubbish going. There's a little shark down there somewhere. I think you can see it, and I think there's a shark over there. Aren't many sharks in the UK, but we are starting to get them now. Things are starting to warm up a little bit. But James is obviously, he's been there a week, just over a week, and he's obviously packing the pounds on, eating all the ice cream. So bless him.
When on the beach, you obviously eat ice cream.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just don't pick up the sprinkles from the beach and put them on your ice cream.
Well, it looks like James has been eating all the ice cream, so
save some for the rest of us.
There we go. Right. So, let's ask Phil what he's been doing this week because you've been doing something quite exciting, I think.
Yeah, I've been gallivanting across the U.S. My wife and I went to, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, we went to Nashville and went to see Cardinal Black with Chris Buck on Monday night.
How was that?
Just absolutely, to use your term, cracking. It was so good. It was they're spectacular. Tom, the singer, I think that's his name. Tom. It blew his voice out in New York, so he's struggling through the show, but he sounded great. There were only a couple of points in the show where I was like, yeah, he's holding back because he can't do that part right now, but
he's got a great voice.
Yeah, he does. Got a really great voice. So they sounded great. But then I went to Fretboard Summit in Chicago, which is an event put on by Fretboard Journal here in the U.S. Fretboard Journal is basically a boutique magazine. They put out a quarterly coffee table magazine. It's really thick, great articles, great photos. One of the few guitar magazines that's still going because of how good they are. Awesome. But yeah, they do this big gathering in Chicago. They have a bunch of vendors. I think they sell 400 tickets. See a bunch of shows. Fretboard Journal is very acoustic kind of driven, but now it's starting to really get a lot of electric into it. Some of the folks attending got to hang out with Rhett Scholl for a little bit. I got to hang out with some other content creators, but the best part's vendors. I mean, Silktone was there, Two Rock is there, Collings is there, a bunch of Scythe Guitars, Caroline Effects, but there's a huge list. I'm not going to rattle them all off. It'll take way too long, but it's got some great stuff, played some really amazing guitars. And I even brought one home. So yeah,
let's have a butcher's.
Well, let's talk about so this past week has been a wild week for me buying things. It's why those of you that are in the US or have seen my Facebook, I'm selling some things because I bought too much recently. But we were in Nashville. We went to Carter Vintage Guitars on Saturday. I think it was Saturday. And so we're looking around. They've got lots of cool stuff in there. But I come across this divided by 13 BTR 23 head and cab. And I'm like, hey, I don't have a KT88 amp at all. I've never had one, never owned one, but I sure would like to. And the price was good. Price was sub what you normally see them go for used. But then I read the tag, and it has two previous owners. This is it right behind me. You can see it in the purple and white. But the two previous owners were RJ Ronquillo and Chris Cornell of Soundgarden.
Amazing.
And so I asked RJ about it. He sent me some videos of Chris Cornell playing it. He used it on David Letterman. He used it in studio and I think on some tours. So we looked at it and I didn't want to make an impulsive decision. I was talking to my wife. I showed her. She's a massive Soundgarden fan. And so We think about it. We're like, okay, we're going to leave. We're going to go sleep on it. And then we'll come back tomorrow. If it's still here, we'll buy it. So we leave. We're headed somewhere else. We get halfway there. And Kelly looks at me and says, we need to turn around. We can't leave that amp there. I was like, you don't have to tell me twice. Turn it around. So we went and got the amp. And it sounds hella good. It sounds so freaking good. And so bought that. Then I got home on Tuesday and immediately went to Fretboard Summit. And that's where I came across an old friend, a guitar that I played last year at Fretboard Summit that Scythe Guitars had. And I fell in love with it then. I'd actually contacted them twice over the last year just to see if they still had it. And I just couldn't seem to make the money work. Well, this year I got up there and they still had it. They're like, yeah, we really haven't tried to sell it. Like, haven't listed it anywhere. It's like just been, in the case for most of the last year. They took it out. They did a full, setup on it and brought it to the show. And there was no way I was leaving it a second time. And so I got this.
Look at that.
Look at
that.
Look at the sparkle. It's so good. Their finishes are so good. That's
it's exactly a telly shape, isn't it, as well, with the little squared off bit by the jack.
Yep. It's exactly like it should be. This is tempered pine, tempered sugar pine, Indian rosewood board, maple neck, tangerine sparkle finish. That's a very light relic. I don't know if you can even see like the finish checking.
Yeah, you can see the checking when you turned it around before. I could see it. I can't see it. Yeah, I can just about see it. Yeah. Nice.
So it's light, 6 pounds, like 4 ounces, something like that. I can't remember exactly. But I went to pick it up and I was planning to play for just a few minutes because I had a bunch of other stuff I needed to go check out. And I played it for over an hour.
So I don't know anything about Scythe, did you say?
Yeah.
I know nothing about Scythe.
So Scythe,
I've never heard that brand.
So I've had Mark and Sean on the podcast. So thanks for telling me you don't listen, Paul. That's great.
When was that?
I had them last year, late last year.
I might miss that one. I listen.
Yeah, it's okay. Go check them out. A couple of guys. They're great. They took over the company from the guy who started it, and so they were techs in just guitar techs working out of Fountain City Guitar, I think is, don't quote me on that. It's Fountain something in Kansas City. And they took over building after, I don't know if he passed or he wanted to get out, and he sold to them. And I think Mark was the first, it's Mark and Sean brothers. I can't remember which one got in first with the company, and then the other came along and got into it. And I mean, they do this all old school style. Like there aren't a whole lot of power tools. They do their finishes old school. They do their finishes, the colors by hand. They hand mix all their own colors, and they do everything very, very old school, the way Leo would have done it. And so you end up with a very vintage feeling instrument, but with some modern like conveniences. Like these are Jescar and stainless steel frets.
Nice.
So that's great. They feel great. They do couple of little modern wiring. The bridge is a little more modern. It's got a edge right here instead of going all the way to the edge. Yeah, it's just minor things. They wind their own pickups. So they make spectacular guitars.
And are they pricey? You don't have to tell us the price.
Yeah, they're pricey.
They're pricey.
They're pricey.
Okay. Are we talking custom shop prices or beyond custom shop prices?
Think custom shop prices. Definitely think custom shop prices. In that 3 and 4 digit numbers that start with 3 and 4.
Yeah. Okay.
So they are starting to do Paisley Telecasters as well. They had one at Fretboard Summit that's that proper cling material to do a proper Paisley. Those are getting up there because that's a lot of extra work to do those Paisleys the right way. But I barely put this guitar down. I've barely put it down.
You can't beat a telly.
Can't beat one. And then one last thing, just a small thing that I picked up. So are you familiar with the company Black Bobbin out of Chicago?
No.
Okay, so Black Bobbin Guitars, run by a guy named Shelby, kind of specializes in offset guitars. And so he teamed up with Wade from Three Bender, and Wade at Three Bender makes guitars with like 3 benders built into it on the B, the G, and the A string. So you can do really close to pedal steel stuff, right?
Damn.
You can get really close. Well, they have teamed up to create, and I snagged one. It's what they call the Steelmaster, and it is a palm bender.
Oh, look at that.
For offset vibratos. So not just Telecasters can do B bender licks now. Now your
Oh, wow.
But now your offset guitars can do B bender licks.
And that's without any modification.
No modification. So it's basically like a buzz stop for an offset vibrato, and it mounts to the front 2 holes of your vibrato. So you just pull those. Can you still
use the vibrato?
Oh,
of
totally.
Course you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only thing that's changed is on the B string, it doesn't go to the vibrato anymore. So your B string doesn't vibrato, but everything else does. Shelby did tell me he's already starting to work on a V2 where you can still leave the B string in there. He's still figuring out how to make it work, but leave it in there, but still get the palm bender. So yeah, I came back with all kinds of new toys. So
awesome. Are they expensive?
The bender. I think they were one something like $170 maybe for it.
Okay.
Not bad at all. And because the way the bar works, you can buy additional benders. So if you're like, oh, I want a B, but I also want a G, you can do 2 on the same bar. Of course, then you're losing 2 strings to the vibrato, and now only 4 of your strings are on the. But still, if you wanted to do benders, there you go.
Awesome. Love that. Love it.
Cool stuff. I got to see Lyle Lovett live.
Oh, cool.
With John Smith opening for him. If you're familiar with John Smith, folk singer from the UK.
No.
He's been on that pedal show a couple of times.
Oh, okay. That might be. Yeah, okay. I think
I heard from him on that pedal show, and I've been obsessed with his music. So got to hear him live. He killed it. He was absolutely unbelievably good.
Sorry, the dog just kicked off, and it's.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sorry, mate.
You're good. Anyway, awesome. I'm done. All the things.
Awesome. Well, I saw. Hold on. Go on then. Great, he's gone. I sold a guitar this week. So I sold my Tyler, and then I was asking you about what to buy, and then on Monday, I had a bit of a shitty day, to be honest. Oh. So I had I went out for a long bike ride. I've got an e-bike, so I go out for long bike rides. Have a lovely time. Got home, left the bike in my driveway, and it got stolen. So I lost.
Oh no!
$4.5 grand worth of bike.
Oh no!
So that I've been told by the insurance company it wasn't insured because it wasn't locked up outside my house.
Are you serious?
In my driveway. So unfortunately, my guitar purchase that I was going to buy is now
turned into a new e-bike.
Yeah, it's turning into a new bike, which is fantastic.
Oh,
great.
Man.
So you can imagine
hearing that.
Oh mate, there's scumbags out there.
I hate a thief, man. I hate a thief.
They just don't understand it. I don't. Oh, he's back. I don't understand. I don't understand people. I don't understand anyone that can steal anything, to be honest. But it happened. So that's been my week, and there's a really interesting piece of gear that's being released tomorrow.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not allowed to talk about it because it's under embargo and all that sort of stuff. But watch out at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. UK time tomorrow, because there's a video coming. Right. Should we get into it?
For those in America, that's 2 a.m. Central US.
Crazy time to release a product. You'd think that it would. It's fun, isn't it? It's funny how that it's released on UK time as opposed to America, US. I mean, any time that's a bit more suitable for other people as well. But
I guess it's Boss.
Interest.
They're in Japan. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're releasing on somebody else's time, no matter what they do.
Anyway, we're not even supposed to mention that bit, which you just have.
That they're in Japan. Sorry, I hate to spoil that.
No. You said you said the actual brand, but anyway, it's all good.
Oh, damn it! Nix this. Just cut it now.
Right. Okay. We haven't said anything else, so let's go. Let's go on to the so a Sound and Vision David Barrow tribute show. Evening of hope. All is well in Ratland, and to you. Cheers, mate. And Nabs, greetings to all of you fine folks on this fine evening. Hope all is good and dandy. And to you, Nabs. Al says, "Hey up, one and all. What's the goss?" And Thierry says, "Hello from Belgium. I'm follow a guitar course now by Guthrie Trapp. Great stuff. Do you follow a guitar course? Who's that by? Is that
Guthrie Trapp's a Nashville cat. He's real good.
Oh yeah. I know who he is, but I'm trying to think of his course. Is that done on?
I think he's got some stuff on TrueFire.
TrueFire. I think.
Don't quote me on that. Maybe he has his own independent stuff, but I do know there's some stuff on TrueFire. You know, sponsor of the podcast. You could go if you want 40% off your first purchase. Use my link.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good deal, actually. So that is a good point. So on TrueFire sponsor Phil's podcast. So yeah, if anyone does want to go to TrueFire and get a discount, what's the discount?
40%. 40% on your first purchase, and I believe the code is 40 watt. But I haven't used it in so long. I need to actually double check that because it's one of those things you pre-record and then you just insert in your episodes, so you never think about it again.
Well, that's what you say on your advert on your channel. You say 40 watt, so it's
it's 40 watt. So use that at checkout to get 40% off, which is kind of I'm just saying, Keith over at 5 Watt World only gets 35% off.
Well, that's why he's 5 watts.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah. So yeah.
5 watts off. Anton, hi Rats and Chat. Hi Anton. Nick, evening gents.
Hello.
Evening, Nick. And Nick also says, early question, where does one source a James Tyler style mid boost? Well, that's a Demeter mid boost. Where are you based, Nick? I've got one. But you can if you go online and type in Demeter, I can't remember how it's spelled.
Demeter.
D-E-I, maybe?
It's Demeter. DemeterAmps.com.
There, and you can go and buy one directly from them. The only thing about it is you've got to think about your switching as well. So
also,
it isn't
there's a battery, right?
Yes, there's battery. Yeah, it's battery powered as well. So all of these little things you have to think about. Via Sachetrucci, James is looking great. He is, isn't he? He is looking pretty fine.
It's worth mentioning while we're talking about that mid boost, though. I'm pretty sure the mid boost in the Eric Clapton Strat is designed by Demeter.
Is it? Is that
I'm pretty sure it's the same mid boost. So
go on.
Unless they've changed something since they designed it for Fender.
It wouldn't surprise me because it has got that sort of sound about it where it adds in. I mean for me, the thing about the James Tyler is with that the mid boost, I would never use it on anything apart from the mid boost dialed all the way back and then just adding the active circuitry.
Oh yeah,
because it adds in so much sort of low mid. To me, it should be a high mid boost, but
I've never used one, so.
6 string. Good evening, Rats from a 35-degree sunny roads. Nice.
Ooh.
Had to dial in the chat and missing my 6 string babies. I left back in the UK. Oh, mate. Well, at least you're on holiday in sunny roads. I love roads.
I don't know where that is.
It's one of the Greek islands.
Oh, gotcha. I want to go to Greece. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, Greece is. Oh, mate. You'd love Greece. It's so good. Bogeyman. Guthrie's course is great indeed. In stereo by Tom Bukovac. and Guthrie Trap is a great album.
It is a really great album. It's really, really good. It's a lot of guitar, though. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time listening to like guitar instrumental albums and like things that's like too much guitar. I know that sounds ridiculous. I host a guitar podcast, but I do get to a point where I'm like, I need a song. I need lyrics.
I can't listen to it. I can't listen to that. There's do you know, I found something on the internet the other day, on YouTube the other day. I don't know what came off my feed. I bet it's James, because James sometimes logs into the Studio Rats, account, and then he starts watching crap on like lighting and stuff. So I end up getting like loads of feeds. And anyway, there's I think one of James's favorite drummers is Simon Phillips.
Okay.
Played with everyone, but he's now sort of does Toto, and he's a bit of a virtuoso, way too much for me, even though he's amazing. And he's got this band, and I can't remember the name of it. And I listened to a song, and I got halfway, and I was just like, I hate every part of this.
I get so bored with it. I love jazz, right? I really do. I adore jazz. I can't listen to too much jazz guitar. Like I reach a saturation point, but if you give me horns, give me a fully instrumental album with saxophone, trumpet, I'm good. I can listen to the whole, no problem. But guitar just gets to be too much for me. Because I still kind of think of it as I think of it as an instrument that's meant to complement voice. And so that's how I always tend to treat it. The folks who can play fully instrumental guitar, that's amazing. I can't play like y'all. It's great, but I can't listen to it either.
Yeah,
not for too long.
I'm with you. It's all about the song.
Mm-hmm.
Graham, Evening Rats and Rodents. Paul, you've mentioned the Stringjoy coat strings in the past. Are you still using them? And are they good? I'm used to Elixir Nanos. Oh, you'll love them. You'll love them then. They're called what the coat strings called? Orbiters. And the ones that I use now, there they are. I use those.
Oh, just the standard signatures?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the uncoated ones.
Yeah, they're the uncoated ones. I'd really like to go back to the Orbiters, which are the coated ones. The only thing is that they don't do a 10 to 46 set. They do like a balance set.
Oh, can't you do like custom gauges though?
You might be able to. Yeah, maybe. But to me, if they did the 10 to 40, if they did a straight 10 to 46 set, I'd have them all day long.
Yeah, because they do a 10 to 48 balance set instead.
That's the one.
Yep. They do a 9.5 to 46.
I'd feel less of a man.
I don't use them for my electrics typically. I love Stringjoy, love Blake. Actually, I got to see Scott, the other owner in Stringjoy, this weekend at Fretboard Summit. Got to hang out, chat with him for a little bit. But I use their Foxwoods on all my acoustics because they are the first coated string I've ever used that doesn't feel like they're 5 days old the day I put them on the guitar.
Why don't you use them on your electrics?
So I don't have like the corrosive sweat. I don't have like the strings going dead thing. My strings already last a long, long time for me.
So why not buy?
Because I know this. It's gonna sound like it's a money thing, but I actually just like plain D'Addario XLs.
Great.
I like them so much, and they're half the price. So,
okay. So there you go. Judd, hello mate. He said, "Good day, gentlemen. Any thoughts on Sigma guitars? I'm looking at a Gibson J45, but as I don't play much acoustic with the Sigma scratch, the itch, or the Gibson." Go on. I'm going to let you because you're more of an acoustic guy.
If you want a Gibson J45, nothing sounds like a J45 except a J45. I hate to tell you that because I also tried to scratch itch. Sigma was the import version of Martin for a little while, if I remember correctly. So was another company called Goya. If you see Goyas, those were also at one point like import Martins. I notice there are so many acoustic guitar companies that mimic Martin, not as many mimic Gibson. because the J45 is this very distinctive mid-range that I don't think you get anywhere else. I definitely look at some of the things like Gibson made a J15 at one point that's sort of like a J45. It's the shape, but I think they make it with walnut back and sides. They also did a J35, which is walnut back and sides, and it's a slightly smaller guitar, but it's still the basic body shape. But then, honestly, a used J45, you can get a pretty good deal on a modern used J45. If that's what you want, get that if you can afford it. If you need to save money, there are some alternatives.
Yeah, if you got, I mean, I'd just go and get a secondhand J45 because you're never going to lose money. You're never going to lose money on it. And it is that you'll buy the Sigma and you'll go, oh, I still want a J45.
Exactly. If you've got a specific itch, nothing scratches that itch. Yeah. If you're like, I want something that sounds sort of like this, yeah, we can get you there. But if you have something that specific, nothing gets you there.
Yeah. Agreed. Mississippi Blues. Hello, gents. I'm just about to pull the trigger on a Quad Cortex. Do you think the Quad Cortex is still a good option for 2025? Phil?
I'm just saying that a Quad Cortex is not very blues of you, Mississippi Blues. As someone who plays blues in Mississippi. And he's missing a P though, so maybe he means a different Mississippi. I don't know. I know he's not. I'm kidding. I mean, they're fine. I think they sound good. I mean, didn't they just launch where you can use more of the plugins on it as well? Didn't they just release a few more?
Yeah, they just released a new update. I've got a Quad Cortex right there, and it's I'd rarely turn it on, to be honest. It gets turned on for captures, for creating captures for people. If you want the device that does captures and has all the effects, then I think the Quad Cortex is the way to go. If you're not worried about captures and you don't mind modeling, I would go for something fractal, something like an FM9.
Yep. If you don't want to utilize the capture tech, if that's not a thing you're going to do, go to the fractal.
Yeah. If that's the thing you want, if you want that box on the floor, FM9, FM3, I think you probably want an FM9. If you're looking at a fractal, if you're looking at a Quad Cortex, you're going to want the FM9. But if you're dead set on a Quad Cortex, you'll have a lovely time and it'd be great.
Oh, I think so.
Ben, good evening, gents. Hope everyone is doing well, and to you, Ben. And Hod8, hello from Michigan. Hi, Hod8. Herb of Fireside, he says, happy Wednesday. Hope everyone is happy and healthy. And to you, mate. Mendel, hey everyone, lovely telly, 40 watt. Got mine back yesterday, fret level, and it rings, bends, and sustains tip top now. The Luther recommended the TV Jones.
TV Jones and a Telecaster.
Yeah, I used to have a master built Telecaster with a TV Jones Powertron.
Oh, I guess that is kind of the Cabronita thing too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that makes sense. The only thing I have with Filtertrons is over there. So that's
nice. I love Filtertrons.
I kind of want something with the Dynasonics now, though, or the Armin style pickups.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd put them in, though. I don't want to buy another guitar for it because I need to get rid of guitars. So
yeah, you've got guitars.
Yeah.
Visax Trucci, hello mate. He says Mississippi. The QC is good option as anything if you're going to take advantage of the capture tech. But even still, I don't regret choosing this over an FM3 every single day. Does all I need. Yeah, and Visax Trucci, he does some great videos on the QC. So if you want to learn how to use it and hear some great tones, he is the man to go and check out, I'd say.
Yep.
Him and Rabir as well. Rabir does some great stuff on the QC. Adam, hello mate. He said, Phil, I think you're gonna have to build a studio for that new gear.
Adam and I have been talking about my studio build today, so he's just poking. Yeah, it's coming.
Vice Trucci, Mississippi, you honestly can't go wrong no matter what you do these days. Sonically, the major differences are whether it can capture or not, and ease of workflow more than anything else. Agreed. Yep. John Smith is awesome, Adam says.
Truly.
They're talking amongst themselves. Mendel says, sorry to hear that, Paul. It sucks. It does suck. It definitely sucks. I've been in a funk the last few days. So my wife will tell you I've been a miserable, miserable bastard.
Ah, damn. That sucks, man.
Oh, yeah, it's not good. Vitax Trucci, dude, sorry about your bike theft, brother. Nothing more violating this world. It's not. I mean, the only thing worse would be if someone actually broke into the house. I touch wood. I can't imagine. I mean, I felt completely violated by what happened out in my driveway, and I've got the footage of it as well.
Oh,
on my cameras. But the guy walked around, and as he came into camera view, he pulled up like a snood over his face, so we can see his eyes, and he's got a hat on. And grabbed the bike.
Freaking hooligan!
Oh,
hate it.
Yes. Mr. Casardi. He says, hello to the Rat King and 40WP. How you doing, mate?
What's up, Steve?
Yeah. Steve should come on. Steve should come on and tell us about Gear Street.
Oh yeah. Where are you, Steve? Come on.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life?
He said, and chat as well. Let me. Steve, let us know if you want to come on, mate. Let us know, because I wouldn't mind hearing about it. Oh, Travis, I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me find out where we are. Right, we are. Dave, I'll come back to you. Travis, I do apologise, mate, because I haven't got James here doing the the stuff. I missed the thing. Sorry, mate. But thank you very much for your generous super chat. He said this Tokai Les Paul is awesome. Do they make juniors? They
do make juniors. Here's the thing, though. The Tokai have gotten more expensive over the years. And while you can get one like Travis got, which I did play at, he bought it from Carter Vintage. I don't think he cares that I say that. I think he said it last week or the week before. You can get like a Les Paul standard style Tokai cheaper than a Gibson. The juniors start to creep into just used Gibson prices. So
do they?
Yeah, they creep on up there. Well, it's, there's, I know people don't like to hear this, but Gibson can only make that guitar so cheap, and other brands are also trying to make it so cheap using the same methods. You know what I mean? They're trying to reach that quality point. You start to realize, oh, it is just that expensive to make one of these using nitro, using certain woods, using, you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's the weird thing about specials and juniors is that I can't. I mean, especially when you go to the custom shop and secondhand as well. Secondhand value of custom shop juniors, especially, is crazy.
Yeah, it's big money. I got offered one in a trade this week that I ended up not taking. I can't bring myself to do it. I don't know that I love a junior enough to have one that's that much money sitting around. But where you can get a used Les Paul Junior in the if you're patient, $1,000, maybe $1,200 at the top end, you're gonna pay about that much for the Tokai version as well. So you may as well just get the Gibson. You may as well get the Tokais I could find. After you mentioned this, I started to look for some. They're $1,100, $1,200. I even saw one that was $1,400. So you're going to spend just as much for a Gibson Junior.
Yeah.
So do that,
Dave.
I was going to say, Eastman guitars. Everybody talks about Eastman as like a more affordable version. The Eastman Junior model, brand new, costs more than the Gibson Junior model, brand new.
What?
It costs $50 more.
Why would you buy that? Maybe that's a good secondhand find.
Eastman, yeah. Eastman Junior might be your better bet. Or you just get the Gibson. That's what I would do. I would just get the Gibson because that value return's always going to be there.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. And Phil's going to be doing some. If you want to go and subscribe to Phil's YouTube channel, Phil's going to be doing some videos on sort of buying and selling gear, which I think will be invaluable to everybody.
Yeah.
Dave, evening rats. I'm back from my holes and gone back to using my Blue Guitar Amp 1 Live. Love the digi stuff, but for live, I prefer analog. Absolutely. Yeah. Cheers, Dave.
Every day.
Nice one. Travis, what's up, everyone? Hi, Travis. Sorry I missed your super chat, mate. Graham, Steve Cassidy guitar, welcome. Copy Quarter 64. I tend to follow Eric Hogan. He's a great teacher, has a good vibe, and of course on True Fire too.
Oh,
don't know.
I don't know him. At least I don't think I do. Oh, he looks familiar. I don't think I've done any of his lessons though.
I will check him out. Steve, hello. Mendel, met Brent Hines once at a pre-show guitar clinic. Super nice, unique character, and such a fantastic player, writer, and performer. God bless his soul. Yeah, we're talking about that in the news actually. Yeah. So yes, sorely missed. Shahar, hello mate. He said, why doesn't Fractal pull their heads out their arse and realize the value of having amp capture functionality in their units? It's true. I'm guessing they've got to on the next hardware release. They've got to do it because it seems that everyone's doing it now.
Yeah, because Helix originally, from what I understand, wasn't going to do it, but the market demanded it. I'm going to tell you, this is a weird channel to say this on. I don't care at all about capture tech.
Really?
I don't care whatsoever.
Why is that? I'm just going to shut my door.
I think the models are great. I think they sound phenomenal. I've never felt like I need to capture my amp to do anything, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I can do whatever I need to do. I felt like it on the Helix. I could get by any gig I needed to get by on the Helix. The Fractal, I absolutely know that I could be happy with any sound I get out of it. I don't feel like I need to get some, and y'all, I'm going to piss somebody off. I don't need to get some diluted version of my amp on a digital device. I'll just use the tools they have and make it sound as good as possible.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I think it's great. I think the capture tech, or the people that use that capture tech, are people that, maybe from the childhood, or maybe there's this, there's a Dumble amp. Because Dumble amp, and they go, right, that's the amp that I've always wanted, I've always aspired to play through, and that's the closest that you're going to get to it. And absolutely, if that's what if that's what you're into, absolutely, because it gets you in that ballpark. But yeah, I couldn't agree more, Shahar. Gary, hello Paul, after watching your home studio tour, have you sold your Amplified Nation amp? No. James has got it at the moment. So
yeah, James is currently trying to build a vacation home out of amplifiers. That's what he told me there at that beach. And so he has to collect all that he can for the outer walls.
Hold on. I just got rid of myself.
You kicked yourself out.
That's a first. Yeah, so James is one of those people. So James used to have this. James won't mind me saying this. James's old studio was this tiny room that crammed. He had like a drum kit crammed into a bit with these sliding doors, so we could get a bit of separation. And this tiny little control room where if you sat in there, it's like literally you like this.
Oh.
And then it was full to the rafters with gear. Like James is a gear hound. Absolutely. James
I don't know what that's like at all.
Then James builds this massive studio in his garden. A big studio in his garden.
Yeah.
Done exactly the same thing. Crammed it to the rafters. You can hardly move in there because it's got so much gear in there. He keeps buying guitars.
You can't keep them all. You can't keep them all, man.
You can't keep them all. But it's like, yeah, I personally, I like space around and minimal. I like tidy. Just makes my brain work.
Yeah,
can't handle less.
I'm somewhere in between there. Like, I want all the stuff, but tidy makes my brain function. Like right now, this space is a mess, and it makes me just completely dysfunctional.
Yeah. So you almost get to the point where like you go, I can't relax and practice or play or do a video or whatever, and
anything.
Yeah,
I can't think in here.
Dave, sorry to hear about your bike theft, matey. There are some right arseholes in the world. There are, Dave. Cheers.
There really are.
That's it. Gary
Oh.
McGregor. So was the Simon Phillips band Darwin by any chance? It was. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's amazing musicians. I don't want to listen to that stuff. There was not one bit. Like when you listen to a song, if you listen to a great song, you want to go away and the melody's stuck in your head.
Yeah.
There is nothing that's going to stick in your head from that stuff.
I think it's why I don't get into prog rock either, by the way. I just don't.
Mate, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. A company called a 64. Blue Ridge made some very good slope-shouldered J45 style guitars. They were pretty cheap 15, 20 years ago. Problem is people started using them like the Yari and all. Secondhand prices rose to 1K. How much is a secondhand J45?
I don't know if I froze or if you froze.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here, and you were still moving, so it's probably me. How much is
I don't know what Blue Ridge go for now, but I know they were really good guitars for a while there, but that the price has gotten a little higher. They used to be like, $300, $400, $500 got you a great Martin style guitar, great Gibson acoustic style guitar. But then they were good. And so they kept going up and going up. And so I don't know what they sell for now, but they still look great and they play great. So yeah, that's a good one to look out for. I don't know exactly which model.
How much is the secondhand J45?
Let me like a Gibson?
Yeah. 1,200 quid? 1,200
Let me see. Let's find out. Let's find out what Reverb says. This episode brought to you by Reverb. No, there's no sponsors here. But I do have a Reverb affiliate link. I'm real good at this. Slip it in whenever you want. So you can get that one says poor condition. I'm not even going to look at that one. You're looking at $1,600, $1,700, $1,800.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Definitely not cheap.
No. Here's a J45 Studio mint condition for $1,650.
I think I'd rather go for the others. Go for the full fat version if it's for that sort of price.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a let's find a not Studio. Oh wow, here's a 1969 Gibson J45 for $1,800.
What?
Yeah, those late 60s aren't highly sought after. I mean, they're going to get there. But yeah, you're looking at, here's a J45 50s Faded, which I think is an ace model. It looks so good. And it has the 50s style neck for $1,800. Go for that all day long.
Great. All day long. He's here.
Hey.
Hello, mate.
There he is. Look at that.
What's going on?
2 minutes early.
Not bad, huh? Not bad.
Good day at work?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
What you got new, Vinny? Anything new?
Nothing new. I could tell you nothing's selling.
Yeah.
I decided that, you know what, man, I'm not going to give my stuff away. So I'm just going to leave it alone. And if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't, you know. I picked some of them up out of the cases that I had. Cause I usually, if I'm going to sell something, I'll post it, I'll list it, and then it goes in the case and I don't remove it from the case after I list it.
I try to do that too. I've done that with the guitars that I've listed for sale right now, except for one, because one is out there as trade bait. It's not actually, I mean, if somebody offered me full asking price, I'd sell it, but it's mostly a trade bait thing. So that one's staying out of the case, but everything else, it's back in the back bedroom.
Yeah. So I took some stuff out of the cases, started messing around with it, just trying to get an idea. And I'm like, man, these are all good. All these guitars are really good. I had somebody offer me a John Petrucci Music Man Majesty mint, the neck through. I guess the Majesties are neck through. I don't know. I lost touch after the original JP6s. But they wanted to do a swap for the Santana, but I'm not going to do that. The Santana is worth a lot of coin. So, and that guitar plays really good. So I don't know.
Yeah, why would you? Yeah, that isn't the JP neck. It's especially really thin. Like,
yeah, I think it's
so thin.
I think it's way thinner than the Ibanez gems that I have.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
heard
think
it.
the Ibanez gems are that thin. I've had some Kiesels that are even thinner than that.
Oh, wow.
I don't really think. I think maybe it's. I don't know. I think it's like a 43 millimeter nut width. I think on that guitar, but it just the neck feels wider to me. I don't know. I find them very comfortable. I thought like when I got the first one, I was like, oh, this was just a thing just to get one, and then I'll sell it in 3 weeks. But I'm having a blast playing them. Oh, but I did learn something from someone on my channel. For years, I used to put like Teflon tape on the Floyd Rose threading.
Oh yeah.
You know, so they would kind of not come loose as fast. And then, you know, obviously Floyd Rose, if anybody knows, I've done one of my videos with a Friedman where I removed that and put on a push-in arm with a tension adjust, kind of like a go-to 510. Floyd Rose makes a replacement for that, and it was a worthy upgrade. And then I sold the guitar like an idiot. But anyway, but somebody on my channel was like, you know, his name escapes me, so I'm sorry for that. But he said try a rubber O-ring on the tremolo bar, enough to fit under the collar, and instead of Teflon tape, and that'll stop that. So I went and bought a whole tray off of Amazon of various O-rings, and I was trying a couple of different ones. And on the Ibanez, it has a nylon little like spacer that wedges itself in, but on a Floyd, you know, it's got that little tang that sticks out. So I could see you getting the rubber washer in there. But what I did was I found one just wide enough to go over the threading. And I screwed that thing down, and I was able to play like 3 or 4 songs before it even started to come remotely loose. So for anybody that's got Floyd headaches because of that arm, you know, try that and see how it works.
You know how I solve my Floyd Rose arm issues?
Not
right?
have one.
Not have one.
Yeah, I agree. But I tell you what, these low profile Ibanez tremolos, man, are really cool. I'm not a Floyd guy or a double locking guy. I just think it's extra stuff, but I don't notice it. It's not in the way like the Floyd is that hits my arm, you know, with the fine tuners. It's just not, doesn't happen.
Yeah. By the way, what we should do is, because we're nearly 50 minutes in, if you're getting something out of this, give us a like and subscribe, because we don't monetize this show at all. And also, while you're there, go and check out 40 Watt Podcast and Vinny the X on YouTube as well.
Hey, Vinny, he remembered. We didn't have to say it.
I know. I'm becoming worthless on this channel now. All of a sudden, like my job has been taken, and I suck.
Well, I try and remember. Al, you didn't have to do that. Cheers, mate. He said, "Have a beer on me, lads. Gutted to hear about your bike, mate." Ah, cheers, Al. Thanks, mate.
Al, where are you still buying 10-pound beers?
Yeah, Al lives up north. There's no 10-pound beer up there.
No.
No, it's like pond water up north. But cheers, Al. Thanks, mate. That's very. What I'm going to do in NAM, I'm going to buy Vinny and Phil a few beers. So
let's go.
Right, where are we? Because I saved.
You are at Grandma's one. There you are.
Hey, there we go. If you were playing, Graham says, if you were playing an 80s 2000 pop rock covers band and needed to cover a lot of ground, what 2 overdrive pedals would you use into a Laney L20T? What's the L20? Is that the Lionheart?
Yeah. I think it's a 20-watt version of the head that I have in a cabinet. I mean, in a combo, I think. Phil,
when you said
I know, I'm looking.
When you
it
said
is. It's the combo version.
It's a combo. Yeah. Okay. And when you say 2000s pop rock covers band, are we talking like Britpop?
Yeah.
Actually, doesn't really.
I would say Tube Screamer. Matter. My Tube Screamer sounds awesome on my Laney. It's one of the amps that like sometimes the Tube Screamer don't jive with. On my Laney, it jives with it, man. So I would say that.
I'm going to go a different direction because the L20T, based on my very quick Googling, is kind of Vox flavored. And so I'm going to say Tube Screamer into a Vox is going to put a whole lot of nose on the front end of it. I'm going to say instead Crowther Hotcake, You need a Crowther hotcake. That's going to get you the majority of your pop rock tones. And then for something higher gain, if you need a higher gain thing, there's a bunch of good ones, but I think the ZVEX Box of Rock.
Oh, that's a cool pedal.
Get you
That's a
into
good
that
sounding
higher
pedal.
gain tones. That way, it's going to give you those low gain, rootsy pop rock tones, and then you get the higher gain tones.
See, now I wonder if his gain structure is the same in that amp as the one that I have, because mine is not mid humped at all.
Oh, interesting.
You know, so I don't know. I don't know.
Either way.
So if I think if you're going for that sort of Noel Gallagher, if you're going for that Oasis thing, like the amount of gain that he used was crazy on some of those, like big chords, but quite articulate. I would say a Marshall Governor.
Ooh, that's a really like the old school style one.
Yeah.
I had the Governor Plus at one point.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to shell out the money for a full fat Marshall Governor like the old stickle, I guess they reissued them, so it's
what
not
about
so
the
bad.
what about the new Marshall pedals? Those would work, right?
Get one of those.
Yeah.
But the Dan Electro Daddy-O, which was the bigger metal enclosure looking one, that's a Marshall Governor circuit with 3-band EQ.
Nice. I think we've got another by such Trucci. Cheers, mate. He said, "Got to run take my dog who just had ACL surgery. Out for a bit, but good seeing you all, and thanks for all you guys do." Oh, mate, sorry about your dog. ACL.
That's back of the knee. It's one of those. So behind the knee, there's the ACL, the MCL, the something else CL. There's a lot of CLs. I think there's actually 4 of them.
Especially with the price of vet bills, you should have kept your super chat. But I appreciate it. Thanks, mate. That's very kind of you.
Take it easy.
I'm going to buy the. Yeah. I'll buy the boys a beer at NAM. Where are we? We are Grigor from Adventures in Gearland. He said, "Evening chaps, arrived late and catching up on double speed. Everyone else heart bleeding that Sting is being sued by his former bandmates."
What?
Yeah. So apparently they've been having a row for years. I don't know. I haven't got into the details of why they're suing, but it's probably over songwriting and
it's royalties specifically for Every Breath You Take.
Is it because didn't Sting say he wrote it, and Andy Summers? I think that there's an argument about that, isn't there? Andy Summers.
I know the headlines, so.
Yeah,
I watched a documentary not too long about them when they did some kind of reunion tour or something, and it just seems like, from what I got out of it, is Sting was like a bully towards the guitarist. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like really kind of like made fun of him and talked a lot of crap to him. Like I could tell it was like really weird, you know. So like a weird relationship. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just seemed like it was just a toxic thing.
Right. Yeah.
But I like Sting stuff. I mean, you know, I know this will probably drive you nuts, but one of my favorite Sting albums is the Labyrinth, where he does all that that medieval Dowland compositions.
I'm not familiar with that at all.
It's very melancholy stuff. If you get a chance, check it out. It's called Sting. Obviously, Sting. The Labyrinth. If you get a chance, it's like awesome. I mean, I think it's awesome. It might not. It's definitely a Marmite thing.
Nice. Yeah, as long as it's not like that other band.
He has a master. The guy's from, I want to say, Slovenia. I don't know. He's got a master lute player playing with him. And this guy's like, he's like the top level. Like, if you want to find the lute player, that's the Joe Satriani lute player. It's this cat. I forget, his name escapes me. But they did a couple of music videos too with him playing, and absolutely unbelievable stuff. Even Sting's playing a couple different types of lutes.
Bosnian lutenist Eden Karamazov. Karamazov. I can't say it.
You got to see some of the handwork that this guy's unbelievable. Really nuts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you know, those things got like 57 strings on them. and like there's like a keychain and a garage door opener and something else is happening on it. I don't know how they even learn how to play that damn thing, but it's amazingly cool.
There are 32 tracks on that album.
Well, some of those tracks are snidbits of Dowland in his memoirs. So he like talks about he's got it placed in there, maybe about those particular pieces, and then the music comes in, and it's Sting just reading some.
I hate to be the heathen here. Who's Dowland?
He was a medieval composer.
Oh,
It's very, very like deep, melancholy kind of want to drown yourself in a lake kind of stuff. It's not very upbeat. Let's just put it that way.
that sounds like my sort of stuff, especially after my bike got nicked. It's
Renaissance composer.
Renaissance. That's a good word for it.
No, specifically Renaissance time period. He's 1520 to 16 something. That's the Renaissance.
Okay. Future Love, old school photographer. Would love to hear your views on carbon fiber neck stroke guitars. I have a couple of cloth necks and love them, but I'm not a traditional guitarist. What would you guys think?
If God had meant for us to play carbon fiber guitars, he would have made them out of wood.
It's true. It's true.
I'm just
You just came out of nowhere with that. That was awesome.
That was good. I quite like, so I did some stuff with Emerald guitars and their carbon fiber acoustics as such. They do like a hybrid type thing. Every time I speak to Emerald guitars, I say, look, why don't you just make a carbon fiber guitar like a Telecaster that's carbon fiber? It'd be great.
No one would buy it. No one would buy it.
Really?
You'd sell like 3 of them, and that would be to their friends.
Yeah. Well, I've owned a couple of Aristides, and they're carbon fiber lined on the inside of that molding, and they do have a unique sound to them, I will say, and they do play fantastic. They're very
and Aristides are quite big in the sort of proggy, metally sort of genres, and I mean. I liked, and I used to have
Parker
Steinberger. When Parker Fly brought out the fully carbon fiber neck through, that was, I mean, it's ugly as hell, but it's a brilliant guitar.
The Steinberger wasn't carbon fiber. The Steinberger was graphite. I think.
Yes, I remember.
Here's my question to both of you then: where are those companies now?
It's got a point. It's got a point.
You're a killjoy today.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I'm not. I have literally no real issues with carbon fiber, except that guitarists, as a majority, that center 60 to 70% of the bell curve, are traditionalist as hell.
Yes, you're right, and it won't sell. Like it doesn't become very popular. Like look at Gibson. Gibson will never change the headstock shape. They will never put the tuners in line with the nut to make tuning stability. Because people will lose their mind.
That's why. It's not because they don't want to fix the couple of things that they know they can make better. Instead, they're having to angle their nut slots to try to fix the issue. And you can get pretty close. I never have any real major issues with tuning on my Gibson guitars, but they tried to put a volute on the back of the neck to make it stronger. People lost their mind. They went to 3-piece maple necks, which are much stronger and can support that angle. People lost their minds. People don't like change. And so it takes a new company doing it. And then that new company's got to have a new shape, got to have a new thing. And then it's got to try to win people over. Look how hard a time Strandberg has been having. I know it sort of feels like Strandberg is everywhere, but in the grand scheme of things, they're not. Like in the grand scheme of things, nobody's playing Strandberg. I say nobody. That's air quotes. I know there are people out there.
And the indoor neck doesn't help. A lot of people don't play that guitar because of the indoor neck. I don't care how ergonomic they say it is. I don't like it. I've owned 5 Strandbergs, and the only qualm I had with that guitar was one, restringing it, because you have to do some kind of bendy thing with the string to get it. You have to literally bend the end to get it to feed in. Almost like put it on a table and bend it, or bend it with your fingers and make an arc with it to get it through.
Note to self, I'm taking none of those in for work.
Right. And then the other thing is the indoor neck. I don't like it. I play with my thumb over the top like a lot of blues guys do. And it's just, it doesn't, hats off to the guys that have that traditional shredding thing that they can do, and they can bend in vibrato without moving their thumb. Like,
That's crazy.
cool.
What's
I
that
can't
like?
do it.
Yeah. Also, I will say, Benny, you have just said you don't like that guitar. I've had 5 of them.
Yes.
He
Yes.
keeps trying.
Yes, because I'm a Steinberger guy. I came from that
I love
Steinberger. I
Steinberg.
always wanted one as a kid. I got one as a young adult, and I had several of them, but there were problems with those guitars. I like the whole idea about the double ball end string and how stable that guitar is, but you can't touch one now. For if you could touch a mint, a GL model, they're like going for 10 grand.
I played one of the Steinberger Spirits, like the affordable model.
Yeah, that's wood.
Yeah, I played one of those this past week because Chase Bliss had a booth at Fretboard Summit, and they brought 2 of those because they're like, they fit in bags really, really easily and travel super easily.
Yeah.
They said, but like you, we feel ridiculous playing them because they're this big, you know, they feel like. And
now the thing with Strandberg, I will say that arc that they have so that you could sit it on your lap and play traditional style or whatever when you get uncomfortable, if you're playing for long periods, is fantastic. I owned a USA Strandberg from their Washburn custom shop back when they were making them. That guitar, I spent a lot of money on it, and when I pulled it out of the case, I almost accidentally threw it across the room, like picking up an empty milk carton off the table when you think it's full.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I spent all this money. This thing feels like balsa wood, but it was one of the most resonant guitars I've ever owned to date. And so there is a magic with it. It's just, you have to, I think with that guitar, you have to like the whole thing. I try to like it. I even had a True Temperament one.
Oh God.
With the crazy frets.
No.
Yeah.
And you know, that had its own headaches. You needed a special tuner to get that tuned correctly. And then the other thing was, if you're going to play with anybody else, you will never be in tune with them.
Yeah.
I do think it's me, by the way.
So.
Yeah. Well, what's you, mate? You said I do think it's me.
Lagging out. Having
okay.
Connectivity.
Okay.
So if I'm delayed responding, that's just waiting on technology to catch up with y'all.
It's all good. It's all good. Real Guitar Shredder, he says, I want to thank you guys for the guitar videos. However, I do have a buzz noise coming out when I use distortion and the compressor even more. Okay. Real Guitar Shredder, just go on a clean sound. So use the clean setting and add a blues driver, crank it up. So turn the gain up on that. You can put a compressor before that and see if that does it. Is it? I'm just thinking, are you putting it on the overdrive channels, which of course you can, and you should be able to do. But the way that I always used it was on the clean channel. Try that.
I wonder if he's just got a buzz from his guitar and the compressor and the distortion are amplifying the buzz coming from the guitar.
That's a very good point. That is a very good point.
One way to figure it out, Real Guitar Shredder, unplug your guitar and turn the effects on. Does the buzz go away or lessen dramatically? It's probably something your guitar is picking up and the compressor is just amplifying it, and then the distortion amplifies it no matter which way you put those in order. So I would check that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we've got, hold on, let me I'm trying to keep on top of the super chats. Graham, thanks Graham, that's really kind of you. Thanks mate. He said, I've been a regular listener for about a month, just trying to give something back for all the interesting chats and useful advice. Well, cheers Graham, that's really kind of you, mate. Here we go. Fra M, hi guys, thumbs up. Did James do a video on the Spark cab with the IK Tonex pedal? You think this would be good? I don't think James has been away. I can show you. I mean, James is still away because he's on holiday. There he is. He's on holiday on the beach, having a lovely time. So yeah, he hasn't had a chance to yet, but he might do. He did say he would. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Graham, also thoughts on Paletti guitars. This is a good one. I'm a little bit torn with Paletti. Anybody?
Relatively new to me. I looked them up when I saw this comment, to be honest. Their aesthetics are a choice.
Yeah.
They're a choice.
Yeah, I interviewed them at NAMM 2 years ago, and there was a model that Music Zoo did an exclusive on. I almost got one super cheap. It didn't have the brass pick guards and all that stuff on it. It pretty much looked like a Charvel made out of the wine barrel wood and all that, and it looked really relict, but it didn't. It did have the shotgun shell casing knobs on there, but it didn't have all that brass everywhere. So if I had to say anything, I don't like all that brass. I think it's too over the top. That's just my opinion. But I heard they're good.
It's very great guitars. I just think they are very Italian. I just think everything about that whole it's almost like if you could think of a company that's based in rural Tuscany. I don't know where they're based, but it's somewhere in Italy, I guess. And that whole shotgun cartridge, I hate that. I hate the brass and the split pick guard thing, but they're great guitars.
Graham, just think about me in a tracksuit going to the gym, but I'm wearing my big gold chain around my neck. It's too much Italian. It's too much Italian to take in, especially for people in the morning time. So
that's a good call there, Paul, though. They are in Tuscany.
Are they?
Yeah, they really are.
Know that. There we go.
Yeah. They're in Carrara.
But it looks like it looks like stuff that comes out of Tuscany, like that that sort of
they're wine barrels. I mean, it's aged wine barrel wood.
That tracks.
Oh, okay.
They're not for me. They're not my thing.
But great guitars though. Session Gold. I played the FM3 a bit more, and I'm so in love with it. Everything sounds so incredibly good out the box. Don't know why people have a hard time dialing in good tones. I think because it's fiddly. It's fiddly. But if you've got, either if you can learn the interface, fantastic, or if you've got a computer, plug it in. It's piece of cake.
Yeah. Doing it in the editor is so easy. It's super easy. Also, their MIDI implementation is really intuitive. I had no issues dialing in their MIDI. So
yeah, it's really, really clever stuff. Yeah, just like dragging in a little MIDI block and then just telling it. Well, it's brilliant.
It was so easy. Like, try to do that on anything Boss ever made.
Vice Trucci, Session Gold. If people can't dial in good tones with the FM3, the chances are they've never dialed in a good tone on anything. I agree.
Oh,
hey, shall we do the news?
Yeah, let's do that. After those shots fired, we need a break.
Right, we're doing this. Share screen. Do I screen that one there? Right, can you see?
Yeah,
because I can't see you now. So, okay, so unfortunately, we lost Brent Hines this week.
Oh, take away Vice Trucci's comment real quick. Take that down. It's in the way.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna need to come out then and do.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. So we lost Brent Hines this week. Sadly, unfortunately. I mean, does anybody know what the problem was with him and Mastodon?
No, and no idea what happened there. He claims he was fired, and there's stuff there, but I guess honestly, at this point, it's a non-issue.
Yeah, it's a sad time. Especially, he died. He got killed on a motorcycle accident, and so, just after
I miss riding motorcycles all the time. But then stories like that remind me why I don't.
Yeah.
I came this close several times in my life to buying a motorcycle, this close. And every time I'm like literally like this, going to the dealer and looking at them, I wind up responding to a traffic crash and a fatality on a motorcycle, and people are torn apart and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, nope, don't want one of those. Thank you very much.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Sad.
So, a sad loss, because obviously a very talented guy. Next, so Harley Benton have released the P20 modeling amp. Now, I tried at Guitar Summit last year. I tried their DNA FX little pedal. It was a little 100 euro pedal. Or it was less than that. It was about 80 euros. It sounded brilliant. So now they've come out with an amp. I'm guessing, to sort of compete with the Katana sort of line.
Yeah.
20 watts. 100. It's 119 euro, so about 100.
Oh, jeez,
it's crazy, absolutely crazy. And
can you imagine, Paul, back when we were kids, if we could get the sound out of a practice amp that these kids are getting sounds out of now? or adults even. I mean,
it's just and all I remember is like Gorilla amps and PV Bandits.
Yep.
Sorry, Phil,
there will be no trash talk in the PV Bandit here.
Yeah, I had a PV Envoy, which I think was the 110 version of it. I had that. Yep. I had a crate amp too.
Oh yeah, in the crate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
So Gibson teases the ES345 replica. See, Gibson have been on search for the on the hunt for the actual guitar.
Yep.
That was used in the film. Do you know? Did they find it?
I do not. As far as I'm aware, they've not found it yet. I've not heard if they have.
Can you imagine what that guitar's worth?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to make a joke about it. Everybody knows that model didn't exist in the time frame of the movie. Blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, if somebody could find it, track it down, get that exact guitar back to them, it makes me wonder, like, where did it come from? Like, I know nothing about the movie industry, so like I thought there was at least some like cataloging and knowing where certain props come from, but apparently not. There's no tracking it down. It's wild to me.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I love the way that everyone gets hung up about the 345 wasn't about when in that time, but it's still about a film that it's all about time travel.
Right, exactly. I mean, time travel, you can do whatever you want.
Right, I missed this last week because I don't think I showed this because we didn't really do the news last week. So this is the PRS DGT SE Laurel Burl limited edition, and I'm not a fan of like Burl guitars, but for an SE guitar,
not bad.
Great.
It's not bad. It looks like stained concrete is what it looks like.
It does, doesn't it?
It looks like stained concrete.
It does look like that. I don't
like it.
You don't like it?
You don't like it?
No.
Should we see how much it is?
You know what? There's something about taking a really nice piece of wood or a veneer, and making it satin. It's almost, to me, is contradictory. I mean, the whole idea is to you put gloss over it so that that grain pops.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just do it in a satin plain color. My opinion,
James,
but everybody's different.
And every time James and I go to a UK guitar show, because it tends to be UK guitar builders for some weird reason, but we call them Granny's coffee table.
Yeah,
because it literally looks like your grandma's coffee table. All these and these British guitar builders tend to find this highly, burled woods and stuff that just it's fine. It's all right on a bass. It's not good on a bass, but you see them on basses. But sorry, Phil. Go on.
I listed my R8 recently this week, and
nice.
It's the one I'm basically fishing with because I don't really need to sell it, but I also don't need 4 Les Pauls with humbuckers either.
Yeah.
So, like I really in an ideal world, I'll trade it for something like an R4, R5, R6, something with P90s.
Nice.
But I got a trade offer for a custom shop. What did they call these? It's the Kunafe Telecasters. They've got the wide range humbucker in the neck, standard Telecaster in the bridge, but it was a natural finish. And I looked at it and I was like, this looks like the paneling in my grandmother's living room. This does not look good. I don't like this at all. I bet it's a great guitar, but God, it was ugly.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, anything with single coil in the bridge and humbucker in the neck for me is it looks off balance.
Yeah,
it works for me as well.
Works for me with Telecasters and only with Telecasters.
Right,
it's the only time, because obviously you're never going to get a matched pickup for that bridge pickup in a Telecaster.
Yeah, absolutely. Price wise, it is $1,175. It's crazy, isn't it? That now what we're paying for.
Wait, hold on. So an SE made from a wood they started using because other woods got too expensive, laurel, is $1,200?
That's what it says.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's pretty, but it's not that pretty.
No, yeah. But I think it looks good. I think as a something. The quality of it, I think, looks really good. I don't know if they're going to come out all looking, as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's going to be a little unique unless they're photo finishing that.
Yeah. And lastly, because we missed this last week as well, the Oasis Les Paul 2025 limited run. See, that's what you want to swap your R8 for.
Yeah,
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
I like to look at that. That looks cool.
I like it a lot. I bet it. I have not looked at the price on these, but I bet it is 5 figures.
I can't see.
Are
those chrome P90 covers on that?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's like
I've had a couple
it's
of
like
those.
brushed chrome.
I think I still have a pair of those. Lindy Fralin makes you can do age covers with Lindy Fralin pickups.
Oh, okay. I think it's going to be about 6. Oh no, it says to be confirmed. I'm sure the price is out. This was a couple of weeks ago.
Let me see what I can find for you.
Phil, why don't you take one of your Oh, so good, Paul.
No, go on. No, go on.
I was gonna say, why don't you take one of your Les Pauls and go get some Lawler P90 humbucker shaped P90s and put them in.
There is already a used one on Reverb.
How much?
$63,266.34.
Amazing. And I wonder what they bought it for.
That's what I'm trying to find. What was the new?
I reckon,
and that's in the UK, by the way.
I reckon 16 grand. I reckon that's what they were. That's how much is his 335? Was it 335 or 330?
355, because the same shop has one of those as well for $23,197. It's in the UK and it's called Noel's Boutique.
That's amazing. I wonder if it's just him just making a bit of money.
That's what I'm wondering.
No, you don't need the money, mate.
It was $50,000, brand new, 50,000. Which is that's what the Kirk Hammett was. That's what the Jason Isbell was. That's that new price point for. This is not for guitar players. This is for collectors. And this is, I won't call it a money grab because it's creating collectibles, it's creating a thing. There's obviously people buying them. But these things aren't for guitar players. Now, if a Gibson USA version comes out, let's go, or an Epiphone version, it'll do really well.
50,000. I mean, you've got to be why would you?
Because you're not a guitar player, you're a collector. It's an aesthetic thing. I have this thing. Because
it's for rich Oasis fans.
That's exactly what it is.
Wow. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, it's not for me.
No. Anthony, hello mate. He said re-amp capture tech. I have no interest in that either. That's why I've stuck with Fractal over others. For me, the benefits of these units is making the sound in your head, not duplicating real amps 1-to-1. That's a good way of looking at it.
Preach it, Anthony.
SRW, that's freaking funny. What's that?
I don't know.
That? Maybe a picture of James.
I don't know. Maybe carbon fiber guitars being made out of wood.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. Well done. Session Gold, and I agree. I don't really see the need for capturing when you have 300 great sounding models to choose from. I personally believe modeling makes adjusting tones easier, better than editing captures. Yeah. Session Gold, if even I can do it. Shahar, he said reamp captures. The whole point is capturing a specific real amp, not generic version. For instance, it takes all but 2 minutes to acknowledge the differences between two vintage Marshalls.
Yep, and it takes all of 2 minutes for that digital version to lose all of that nuance.
Yeah.
The moment you start trying to tweak any knob on your capture, you're losing that original sound of that amplifier because now you've got a computer guessing what this knob will do on this amp.
That's a fair point. But is there ever any point where it could make it better? SLW, Bogner Snorkler is my I want this amp. Yeah, I know someone with one. Joe's got one.
Okay, I thought he was taking the piss. That's a real thing, the Snorkler?
Yeah, the Snorkler is, I think Joe White from Passion for Tone. If you want to go and hear the amp, he does a great demo on there. Is it like a Jose modded Marshall?
The same company that gave us the Shiva, the Goldfinger, the Ecstasy, gave us an amp called the Snorkeler. Oh God, fire whoever named that now.
Yeah, well, that'd be Reinhold. Vice Sachatrucci. Session Gold, yeah, but you know what good tone is, bro? I've heard it. Violet Stain. Hello, everyone. Does the Tonex Studio Rats Pack 1 exist for Nano Cortex? I loves the Matchless and the Synergy. No, not that pack for the Nano Cortex. No. The Matchless pack, is that on? I'd have to have a check. If it is, it's on the website. So have a look for the Core Cortex captures. And James has assured me that anything that works on the Core Cortex will work on the Nano Cortex. So if it's on there, if it's not on there, James has recently bought a Matchless Independence 35. So we will recapture that and put it on the Core Cortex. So yes, it will be available at some point. I understood, mate. It's all good. Adam, he said, Paul, message me if you want to discuss your bike insurance claim. I used to be an insurance lawyer in my past. Oh, cheers, mate. That's good of you.
Adam, that explains so much about you.
I will do, mate. That's a good shout. Yeah, I'll give you a shout tomorrow, mate, if that's all right. Cheers. Vice Trucci, for me and the Capture Tech, it goes back to scratching that itch thing. I want the snapshot of my amp and pedals and don't want to have to try and replicate it and just kind of get there. Aye. Session Gold. Thanks, dude. Gary, I'm at a gig waiting for the White Buffalo to come on and I thought I'd drop in and say hi. Awesome. Hi, mate. Who's White Buffalo?
Vinny, educate us.
No idea.
It sounds like a band that Vinny would be into.
No.
No?
But then again, I go from King Diamond to Renaissance medieval music. So
yeah.
I don't know.
That's true.
You've got the most eclectic taste ever.
Yeah.
So apparently they're a Southern California band.
He didn't even type it. He didn't even
yes,
type it.
I did.
I'm telling you, it's insane.
Mate, he's got implants. He just thinks stuff and it pops up on his screen.
It's the stage name for Jake Smith, singer-songwriter who plays apparently baritone guitar is his main thing and is influenced by folk musicians like Bob Dylan and Leonard Cohen.
Awesome. I'll check that out. Toby, new member. Cheers, Toby. Down here. Toby became a YouTube member. Cheers. Thanks very much, Toby. It's really so. By the way, if anyone is a member, YouTube makes it really hard for content creator to contact the members. There's no way that I can contact people. So if someone becomes a member, if you can send us a message via the website, by the Studio Rats website, then we can talk about, we can chat and stuff. And if there's anything I can help out on, please let me know. Leon, just got the PRS HDRX20 on the bargain deal at Peach Guitars. Nice one. I wish I could say good things, but it doesn't actually work. Oh no, kind of disappointment, but hopefully I can get a replacement one ASAP. I'm sure Peach are really great at their customer service is great, so I would not worry about that. But I'm sure they'll sort you out as soon as it's ready.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to mark that one and then go down to because Travis. Cheers, mate. Well, this has got to be the biggest episode ever for.
I know you got to tell James. He's like he wasn't here, and you got all this coin.
You got to say there's got to be a reason for it.
We got to just start calling it the NAM Beer Fund. That's just really what we ought to call it.
It is a NAM Beer Fund, and James is, and I think people are paying because James isn't here. I think they're paying for that privilege. Travis, thanks, mate. He said, I need you guys to create a fun track and feature everyone's playing. How awesome would that be? That's a great idea.
We actually talked about that on an after show one time, if you recall.
Did we?
I don't know that I want to play on the same track that Paul plays on.
Yeah, well, kind of me neither. I'll just have to.
No, but
I get the easy part.
I feel the same way about you.
We'll let Paul have the middle 8. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It used to be. Do you remember that was a thing back in a few years ago?
Yeah,
maybe even more than that. There was all these YouTubers used to get together and do
all these collab things.
It doesn't happen anymore.
No,
that's a great idea, Travis. All right, well, when James gets back, we'll have a little chat about that. I'm trying to find out where Here we go. Yes. But yeah, cheers, Travis. We'll definitely talk about that. Session Gold, Vice Satchitucci, totally. If you ever get a real good gear, I would be more into the capturing. Seems so convenient. If you ever have great real gear, I'll be totally into the capturing. Yes, I think the great thing about the capturing and the reason it was invented was for bands that are in the studio. So you recorded your part, and then before you packed down, you used to profile your amp. So it meant that if there was at any point you had to do any overdubs or anything, you could drop in. That was the initial purpose. It wasn't for capturing an amp and then taking it out live. That wasn't the purpose for it. But just shows you how things have changed.
Yeah. I think a part of me, because I'm so improv based in all of my playing, that's it. That's the thing, is like, yeah, I have my standard licks, but I also, when I play live, I really just kind of feeling out the moment and figuring it out. I do the same thing with my sound. I don't necessarily have to dial in this exact same sound that I don't play on a lot of records, so that's not a thing. But like when I'm playing live and we're doing a cover, I don't care if I sound or get the delays right or the exact same tone as they had on this record. That's not what's important. The song and the vibe and just good tone is what matters there. And so I kind of like I know that drives some people crazy, but I like the sort of unpredictability of just taking, this is my gear, I need to do all of these things with it, and that's fine. I'm just going to I'm not even an amp knob turner. You have no idea how many gigs I just show up, put my amp on top of my cabinet, plug it in, adjust the volume, and go. I don't even touch the EQs. I just let them go.
Interesting.
Unless they've been turned wildly out of like the general range, I don't really get bent out of shape over that. I typically get great sounds that I'm not really that nitpicky with. I like being in the moment and playing what I've got. Now, if something's really wrong, or like the thing I touch the most is the bright switch, depending on the guitar I'm using. But that's just it. I like my guitar for a reason. I like the amp I have for a reason. I let it be those things, and I just play.
How you getting on? Because you're used to playing all the 2-rock stuff. How you getting on with a great reverb? How you getting on with Divided by 13?
I'm running a Victoria Reverberato into it for reverb.
Into it. So you're not driving it. You're not driving it that hard.
A little bit, like right on the edge. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. That's where that amp sings, right on the edge.
Yeah. You can crank it. It's got that boost that's built into it. It can get pretty dirty, but I find the boost engaged with gain up to about 6, which gets it just kind of starting to get crispy. It's really, really nice there. And then I play with the guitar volume control.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we all should do that more. Compicorda 64. Crowther Hotcake are great with Vox. Guptek Donuts is a cheap version if you can't afford a donut. If you can't afford a hotcake, I guess he's saying.
Yeah.
I was thinking Marshall Shredmaster, but great pedals. Reissues are good. JHS Pack Rat is legs too. I like a rat pedal.
I'm gonna have to spend more time with rat pedals, especially recently. I think we're on a live stream. We talked about this. I discovered that is Bonnie Raitt's slide tone is a rat pedal.
No,
yeah,
is it?
That's what she uses for slide, is a rat. I would have never in a million years, if you quizzed me and give me 1,000 guesses on what pedal she uses for slide, I would have never said rat.
No. Awesome.
Hmm.
Oh, what a tone as well. Michael Allen, I got Synergy Sin 20 IR last week. Nice one. I like it more than the rack power amp setup. The BE, the Brown Eye Deluxe sounds awesome. Awesome. Great setup, mate. Have you guys tried the little Synergy stuff?
No.
No?
Just never come across it.
It's the Sin 20 is like the little baby head, lunchbox sort of style head with IRs built in and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Finn,
the
you'd
newest
love
one,
that.
right? That's the newest.
Yeah, it's the newest one. Finn, I think you'd really like that because you get all the IR side of things as well as the interchangeable amp modules.
See, I would probably be more willing to do that than jump into the fractal thing for the effects. I don't know. I don't know what it is about that, but
yeah.
Ooh, a Synergy Sin 20 IR with the VP4 though. I mean, that's just going to do it all, isn't it?
That's going to be good. That'd be good. I reviewed the Sin IR20 when it came out. It's really good. Toby, evening, gents. Just a quick word of thanks for Vinny and Paul on the Lolla shout last week. Special Blondes arrived yesterday. Got dropped in today. Absolutely stunning.
awesome.
Cheer. Oh, that's great.
That's good to hear.
I think Phil would have probably agreed with the.
I did in the chat.
Oh, you did. There we go. Yeah. Well done, mate. That was you've made a good choice there. Travis, I know this about guitars, but do you guys have any sources for building live music racks? Racks?
Do you mean
tracks?
Yeah. Oh, that's now. See, my brain went. Do you mean like for a band? Do you mean like in-ear monitors, or do you mean for like guitar rig? Or Travis, help us out. Fill us out with more info there.
Yeah. Let us know, Travis. I know this about guitars, but do you guys have any sources for building live music racks? Yeah, let us know, Travis. Yeah, so we can. It sounds interesting. Hollywood. Good evening, all. Evening, Hollywood. Graham. Steinberger was sold on that Music Yo site that Gibson ran years ago. I think they were wood budget versions, though.
Yeah. They made some wood versions, but they had graphite necks, and they were sourced from Moses Graphite at the time. And you can tell the difference if you're looking to buy a Steinberger and you go on Reverb. If you look at a bolt-on neck Steinberger, not the paddle version, or actually, hold on, put that aside a second. If you're looking at a bolt-on neck Steinberger, you'll know it's a Music Yo Gibson Steinberger because it has a 4-bolt lockup pattern for the neck joint. A traditional Steinberger, original one from the Newburgh factory in New York, is a 5-bolt. So that's how you can tell the difference right away. Now, the paddle shape, the GL shape Steinberger was an all one piece graphite molded thing with bolts that the top of the body capped on. But the Music Yo one, because they did make one, had a 4-bolt bolted on neck. So that's how you know that that's a Music Yo one as well. Just so you know, those are going for a fortune, and they were like $9.99 on Music Yo when they came out. I'm sure Graham remembers that. But that's how you tell the difference.
Yeah. And of course, they were sold on that site because Gibson owns Steinberger.
Right.
There we go.
And they're also on that site a bunch of Kramers, the Kramer Striker, all the different, the 1984 Kramer, the Jersey Richie Sambora version was on there. You couldn't get them anywhere else. It was exclusively on that Music Yo site because it was all Gibson branded stuff.
Hollywood Parker Fly. I tried one back in the late 90s. It had a beautiful, comfortable neck profile. Not having fretboard inlays threw me off. Plus, it was about £1,800 new. That was expensive back then. Yeah, they were. Yeah, in the 90s. That's when I first tried one. Yeah, they're about £1,800, which was a lot of money. But there was something about them. They sounded great. Well, at the
they
time,
had stainless. They had stainless steel frets. And they were, I think, like one of the only, not the only, but one of the very few guitar companies that were putting stainless steel frets in their guitars back then. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows in the comments, but I could have sworn that they came with stainless steel frets.
They were wild. I do remember that.
Yeah, not the prettiest of things. Wes, hello, Wes. Hope you're well. Mississippi, he says, Graham Osborne Music own 2-plated guitars, great guitars. They are great guitars. They are great guitars. It's just the aesthetics, I think, that we're a little bit unsure about. Am I right, Paul Plexico?
He had a super chat earlier. That.
Oh, mate, did I miss you? Oh, Plexico, I'm so sorry, mate. He said, "Hi, fellas. So about the woman in the chat, who's responsible? I mean, we need them to be a musician, right? What's going on now?
I don't know."
He said, "I'm all right, Paul." Well, look, you've done a super chat, so I'm going to say yes, because that's going to. Have you guys seen the Cash Rock mod reissue? I don't even know what that is. What's that? Come on, Phil.
I didn't even know it was a thing to be reissued.
Oh yeah, I don't know either. Okay, let me work magic.
Enhance.
Rock, and I'll do it here as well. Cash
Rock
mod.
It's an amp.
Oh, it's a Dan Huff preamp. Michael Nelson's done a video on it.
Gotcha.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it, and I will put it on products. Come on. Rock Mods 2, I'm guessing. Wow, that is the worst website I think I've ever seen. So let's here we go. Share screen. Entire screen. Here we go. So Cash amps. I don't know why it's got to be low quality and black and white, but it's basically it's a tube preamp.
Did they intend to make this look like it's in a Guitar Player magazine from 1987? Because if so, they succeeded.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's
terrible. So, gosh. Well, anyway, that was the apparently the Dan Huff preamp. Interesting.
Yeah, apparently it was also a few other folks used it.
Was it?
Yeah, I saw some names from Batten with Michael Jackson used it.
Wow.
Who else used it? I saw something listed here somewhere. I'm not going to go back and find it.
You know, I just know
Sounds
that
good.
if Dan Huff came to my house and he played on my JTG using my Keeley, compressor and my Keeley chorus pedal and my Boss DD8, he'd still sound like Dan Huff.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's sometimes chasing that stuff is almost not really worth it.
I mean, Dan Huff just put out a pedal board video and he's still using one of the Line 6 M series pedals. So
yeah, he's the M9, doesn't he? I saw that he's doing really well with those. I think he's got something to do with Robert Baker, but it's like how someone can start up a YouTube channel and be he's obviously a fantastic musician,
because he's Dan Huff.
He's Dan Huff. He's a legend, and his YouTube channel instantly just goes whoosh, which is well done to him.
I had that Line 6 M13 with 2 Mission control pedals. One for wah and one for volume control or effects, control. And I liked that pedal back then. And then I sold it because I felt bad because I had all these analog pedals and I felt like, why do I own all these pedals? I'm going to keep playing on this digital thing. And I wound up selling it because I felt terrible about it. I don't know. It was just, I guess.
They haven't got feelings, mate.
Do you know Line 6 still makes the M5?
No,
that's a still in production pedal.
Wow.
I think the HX effects took the place of the M13. Really,
it did.
Yeah.
Where are we? We are.
Brent
there.
was Mastodon.
Are we? Have I missed one?
Nope, that was it.
Nope. Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, Deja. Brent was Mastodon for me. My favorite guitarist, vocalist, and songwriter in the band. The end did sound a little bit better though. Would love to have seen him answer back with a killer new musical project. Yeah. Keep on playing. Paul, can you work on bread and butter patches for the FM3 without the FS6 for top 40 with a clever layout? Yeah, send us a James keeps saying he's going to do some patches for it because James has got the FM3, but I can get it. Send us an email via the website. Let us know what sort of thing you're looking for, and then maybe if it's something that James and I feel would appeal to more people, then we'll do it. Cheers, mate. He also says minimal adjustments are welcome for the patches and necessary depending on the guitar. I play a Telly favorite guitar. Nice one.
It's a good one.
Ruben, have you guys tried the Schecter Nick Johnson HSS Strat? Could it be even better than the PRS SE Silver Sky or affordable US Fenders. I think I would prefer a Nick Johnson HSS to the SE Silver Sky.
I'm assuming he's meaning the affordable Nick Johnston and not the super expensive Nick Johnston.
Right.
Because he compared it to the SE. I not only would, I do prefer the Nick Johnston to the SE Silver Sky and I have the Player 2 Strat that's for sale if anybody in the US wants to buy it. But I think the Nick Johnston, the only issue, and this is a Schecter across the board issue, they're heavy. Their guitars are always heavy.
Why is that? Because I agree with you. Yeah.
I can't.
I don't know. I had a buddy of mine that had one that was almost encroaching on 10 pounds. He had a Schecter like Tempest or something. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, they're real heavy.
Yeah, James is
where they're sourcing their wood. You know what I mean?
Yeah. James is. I sold James the old Schecter Custom Shop, USA Custom Shop, which is a great guitar, but it's got a bit of weight to it.
Yeah.
Hollywood, a neighbor threw out their PV Rage 158 mini combo. I saw it the next morning and asked to take it, as I felt sorry seeing it go to the dump. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great little fun amp. I mean,
they're like rescue animals.
Yeah. That doesn't sound amazing. So like in the world of rescue animals, it's like a one-eyed cat that lost its tail in an accident and it's got a little bit of the mange, but you know, it deserves a home too.
Just a little bit. Willie, hello mate. He said 50% of Roger Federer's name is it is just true. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the info. It's true.
Oh, what a great first comment, Willie.
It is true. You can always rely on Willie.
What
Beazle Bulldog.
That's trash. Get rid of that.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll read the name before I read the comment. Shahar. Amp captures are to be used as is. No tweaking should be required. If you want to tweak the settings, you're obviously better off tweaking comprehensive model that captures how the controls react. Yes.
Yep.
Well done, mate. See above.
Super chat.
Oh, but I missed another one. Oh, Plexic, I'm so sorry, mate. Oh, mate, I'm so sorry. It's because I'm controlling and reading at the same time. See, James normally controls and I read. So James gets stuff that I miss, and we normally get something that's sent up the top. So Plexico, I'm really sorry, mate. There are more super chats. Yeah, skipped. Sorry, mate.
Navigating and piloting at the same time is hard, y'all.
Yes, it is. So apologies, Plexico.
And we can't help him because Phil would pull him up too fast, and I can't read.
So that's part of my problem, actually. By the time Paul pulls up the comment, I've read the whole comment and I'm ready to respond.
I know because I watch your body language and I'm paying attention since you started on the channel. We've been hanging out. Like I already know.
Yeah. Shahar, my whole point is that artists want to bring to the stage what they have in the studio, including mics and cabs. Popular for a reason. I'm sorry for being argumentative. At the end of the day, you're right. It's more about the playing than creating songs. It's all right, mate. Everyone's opinions are all welcome.
Yep.
Leon,
most of
never
them
bought
anyway.
never bought anything from Peach Guitars before until now, but heard only good things. Cheers on the response. Bought it on your recommendation. Can't wait to try it out. You like that, but you'll need an attenuator, Leon, because it's for a band.
The rack. He did mean a rack for a band.
Rack? What do you mean by rack?
Because he asked about building racks.
So you mean like a PA rack and like a mixer? And
I'm gonna scroll back and find that comment. I know this is about guitars, but do you guys have any sources for building live music racks? So Travis, that kind of stuff isn't as crazy as it used to be. It all depends on what you need. If you're playing live, depending on the venues you're playing, there's only a little bit you'd have to do. Most places that have live music are going to have some kind of PA and rack, and you don't have to worry about that. Some people bring their own monitor setup, and there are a bunch of great videos out there that show you how to put together monitoring rigs, and you'll need to buy a split snake. Because you don't trust the venue to have that. You've got to have your own splitter snake to feed the monitor than the front of the house. But if you're actually having to get your own PA, like you're providing your equipment, just buy a Behringer X32 and stop and do what everybody else is doing, because there are great templates out there for the Behringer X32 that you can buy and just install in your 32 to get you started as a jumping off point. It really, really covers everything. So I'd go that route. If you have anything bigger, hit me up. I can give you a few more tips and a few more places to look.
Awesome. Cheers, Travis. Deja, glued in stainless frets as well on the Parker Fly in semicircular channel roots, according to Film at Night a few weeks ago. Yeah, I think Phil's a fan of the Parker Fly. I think he's got one, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Easy fix if they pop themselves free, apparently. Nice. Well, if you Film at Night, you know what you're doing with some glue and a fret, I guess.
Yeah, I remember them talking about them being stainless back in the day, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Paul, are you in line to review the Headfirst Alta P1 preamp? No, they haven't been in contact. I'd like to. I'm gonna. Let me just. What is it? Is it Headfirst?
Yeah, Headfirst Alta P1.
Okay, because we tried to look. Here we go. Okay, let me share the screen. We tried to look last week or the week before. I can't remember. So the Alta P1 preamp. Not the best website. Oh, that's I think someone just taking some photos of it. Is this the one that someone was saying had a Tonex built in or something?
Yeah, so it's got so I'm on their website and they have no pictures on their website. Yeah, that's the page I'm on. That's well, if I scroll down, there's the video. That's about it.
Yeah, it's just that.
Yeah, that's it. So 2-notes torpedo embedded. So
okay.
3-channel, all tube pre, MIDI, stereo XLR outputs. I mean, it looks pretty cool. On paper, it sounds good. On, premium digital paper, it sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a Headfirst. Where are they based? Are they based in? I'm guessing. Is it up your neck of the woods?
I don't know.
Well, Michael's done it. Michael's done a video. Floss done a video, and I don't know who that is.
They're Australia, it looks like. Yep. Oh, no. Based out of Melbourne, Australia, and Indiana, USA. What?
Okay.
How can you be based out of both of those? Also,
their website is terrible.
It's awful.
It looks like the ads that pop up when you go on Yahoo or something. You know what I mean? And you're looking at an article and there's all this crap going on.
Yep. I don't know.
I'd like to try. I don't particularly like the aesthetics of it. I think it looks. I don't know. I'd like to try it.
It looks 80s. I think
it does look 80s.
Maybe on purpose, designed on purpose.
It looks like the Line 6 rack units.
It does. Yeah, is that the knobs though? Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Is that? And the fact that it's red.
Yeah. God, they were good. Those Line 6 units.
They were pretty good.
Right. Where are we? We are there. They're doing very limited run, not displayed on the website, specifically on the rack mod. Was most curious if you guys knew in existence and sound. Are we talking about the P1 again?
No. That was the rock mod from earlier, the Dan Huff thing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it.
I'll check it out. Session Gold. Keith, evening late today. Keith, he's always late. Hollywood, Vinny, you're right. Parker Fly stainless steel frets that were glued in and custom made DiMarzio pickups with a piezo. Friend of one too with a JMP1 and power amp. Those were the days.
Yeah, Hollywood's on point. DiMarzio had to make special pickups that were very shallow to make them to be able to be mounted in the guitar to be at the right height.
Yeah, because it was a funny. Yeah, the back of the guitar did a funny.
Yeah, and it was super thin. So
it was super thin. Deja, Dan Hush YouTube analytics must be so good he could retire from music and just run a YouTube channel creation tutorial. He could. I think you're right. I think he possibly could. He'll be like up to 100,000 in a couple of months, and he'll just be overtaking all of us. Yeah. Deja, to get the Josh Homme sound out of a PV Rage 158, just select the lead channel, vintage EQ voicing, dime the pre-gain, use the post-gain for master volume control, dime the bass, and tame the treble. Awesome. Deja, I think Robert Baker is helping Dan out with the filming and teaching him the YouTube creator way.
Oh, that tracks.
Well, Robert's great. Keith, the Behringer XR18 is also good. It acts as a remote control stage box based on X32 tech. Control it with a laptop or tablet or X-Touch.
Man, I made out like a bandit on an XR18 during COVID. I bought one in 2019 from a music store that was clearing one out. And I paid like $300 for it. And then during the pandemic, they spiked. And I sold that thing for like $800.
Oh, that's what you want. Nice. Yeah, they're pretty much the staple function band rig, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Behringer stuff. Attenuator, thanks for the head up. Yeah, Leon, you're definitely going to need one with that amp. If you want to get the most out of it, I think you'll turn it on and might be a little bit disappointed without one. Wes, I misspoke. The outer preamp has 2 notes. Ah, that was okay.
Yeah.
Cheers, Wes. That makes a lot of sense. Watch the video. It's Vert Cool. Head first is Australia. Thanks, mate. And lastly, the annual Vinny and Phil's website design roast would be a classic.
That would
I'll tell you what, a website can make or break people buying stuff from you.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless you're analog man.
Yes.
Isn't that true? Isn't that true? He's the only one that can. Yeah, he's the only one that sort of.
I think it would cost a fortune to have anyone restructure that whole thing with all those links, because it's like a maze. It's probably a maze if you were looked at it in code.
I think he knows. Like I've had Mike on the podcast. I've gotten to know him a little bit over the years. Not like a ton. We're not like close friends or anything, but we'll still chat every now and again. And I think he knows that his website is shit. I think he knows this. It's not a surprise to him.
And it probably doesn't affect anything.
And I think he just leaves it alone because it's fine.
Right. It works. Right.
And I've got to say, the old King of Tone is without a doubt, it's my favorite overdrive pedal.
Yeah, I bought a Prince of Tone to scratch the itch one time, and it didn't sound anything like the King of Tone. Nothing.
Interesting.
I tried to explain that to someone literally today.
And I'm not talking like that Prince of Tone thing that MXR came out with or whatever that.
That's the Duke of Tone.
Duke of Tone. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the legit Prince of Tone. My buddy's got the King of Tone, and we put it up against each other. I could not get that thing to sound like any side of that pedal. We could not get it to sound similar. I mean, it's in the ballpark. Yeah, it's in the ballpark. My old New York came out of me. Park. It's in the ballpark, but we could not get it to sound the same. Now, my favorite overdrive over the Prince of Tone is.
While Ben's doing that, the Prince of Tone is not made by Analog Man, is it? It's made in Far East. Is that correct?
So it is made by Analog Man because Analog Man has a Japanese partner in his company. So the Prince of Tone is made by the same guy who makes the delay, the ARDX 20.
Good pedal.
Oh, okay.
Which great sounding delay. And I have one. I love that thing.
These are my favorite overdrives.
What are they?
These are NRG,
I think you've shown these before.
And this is called the Purr. And the wiring in this looks like a work of art, first of all. The guy does the wiring, and he hand paints all this stuff himself. Neil Grimes is his name. Unbelievable. These sound amazing. And talk about transparent overdrive. When you put one of these in front of your amplifier, and let's say it doesn't have the amp itself doesn't have a lot of gain. When you engage this, it sounds still like your amp, just pushing it to give it more gain. They're fantastic. That's why I have 2 of these bad boys.
Oh,
this is just 2 of the same thing.
Yeah,
you could just adjust one with more gain or less gain, and one has an adjustment for a boost, so you can actually boost one side as well. and there's a mid switch cut, and this is just one side of that, minus the mid switch.
I have to try them.
Yeah.
Try one of them.
I have what I think might be a hot take. I think
Go.
The Duke of Tone,
sounds
better than the Prince of Tone.
Yeah, I was very disappointed in the Prince of Tone that I sold it. Now, Paul, this guy's I don't say he's in your neck of the woods. You know, he's in England somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I always love people when they're like
your neck of the world.
They say they're from England and they're like, "Oh, do you know so and so?" Like your country's like 6 meters wide, right?
Yeah, that is a classic. Oh, you must know.
He's in England, so super nice guy. I've chatted with him a few times. As a matter of fact, he built this pedal for somebody else. The guy had it like 2 weeks after he built this thing because he wanted a custom purple cat instead of the red angry cat. The eyes light up, by the way. So when you engage, the eyes light up. So the guy who bought this had it 2 weeks and then put it up on Reverb, and I saw it and I got it for steel. And I contacted Neil, and he gave me, he was upset that the guy had sold it after all the requests and everything, right? And the pedal's great. There's nothing wrong with it. He gave me the warranty on it. He transferred it over to me.
Oh, that's cool.
Which he did not have to do. You know,
NRG Effects are based in Eastbourne. Eastbourne is, I drive through Eastbourne to get to my mum and dad's.
Oh,
so yeah, not. I mean, it's a couple of hours away, but it's Eastbourne's about 60, 70 miles, maybe 75 miles, about that. Yeah, I'll definitely check him out. Oh, by the way, guys, give us if you're getting something out of this, give us a like, because we're going to finish soon. So give us a like and subscribe if you can, or just give us a like if you got something out. If you didn't like it, you don't have to like it. You don't have to push the like button. But if you'd like to, give us a like. And check out 40 Watt Podcast, 40 Watt Phil, and his YouTube channel, and Vinny the Axe on YouTube as well. Deja, 100% Dan wouldn't have begun it otherwise. It's a great tale of persistence on the part of Robert Baker. A long time in the making. Yeah. Great show back. Cheers, Deja. Talking amongst themselves. Thank you all. Wes, I've been on the King of Tone waiting list since 2019. Almost there. Nice.
You're almost there. It's so close. They're shipping out orders right now that were placed before January, like 26, 2019. I only looked because I'm on the list again for my last one.
Oh, yeah.
And so mine is November 11th, 2020. So get those made. Let's go.
You're nearly there. Shahar or Marshalls? What? Where are we? Oh,
I don't know. Oh, he's going to say it later. He didn't finish his thought.
Oh, okay. Benny, thanks for the info on the NRG. Never heard of them. Well, they're about to sell some pedals, hopefully. Nice. Shahar, he said all Marshalls have a tinge of malt vinegar smell. That's really interesting.
Is that a thing?
I haven't noticed.
Mine didn't. I do know that some guitar brands, so they like to do this thing where Gibson does it. I think Martin does it as well. The adhesive that they use to make the guitar cases, they put vanilla scent in them. So your guitars smell like vanilla.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'll smell really bad, like formaldehyde.
Right. Exactly. So they use vanilla. And so that's why your guitars smell sweet when you get them.
I always thought that was just nitro. That's interesting.
No, that's an intended thing. It's like how Starbucks pipes in coffee smell into their air vents
from a different coffee manufacturer.
Yeah, from a different coffee manufacturer.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everyone. That's been it's been nice. Just so I know, I do this a lot, but James just wants to say bye.
That's a big one.
It's a what? Well, which bit is the big one?
I'm in the ice cream cone.
Well, there's a lot of big going on.
Yeah, big waves,
big going on.
Big trash,
big little shark, big sort of shark down there. It's not AI at all. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. Go and check out 40 Watt Podcast and Phil's 40 Watts YouTube channel and Vinny the Axe on YouTube. And thanks again, everyone, for joining us. And we'll see you next week. Cheers.